Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today I finally got a hold of Blitz Bowl, the game of gladiatorial sports mayhem. Or in other words, Blood Bowl with less players. So, I was quite curious about Blitz Bowl because this is part of GW's ongoing efforts to try to break into the board game market that is starting to blossom out of a lot of the bookstores, or basically just Barnes & Noble. So you can see here with the contents, it's only 6 humans and 6 orcs versus the traditional full team of 12. So here we have a look at the board. It is a smaller board. The stat cards are a little bit different than regular Blood Bowl, so there's that in mind as well. But the interesting thing, and one thing that I was not aware of, I wanted to go into with you guys. So, upon opening it, you see we have the Averlin Knights, which I don't think were the original team that they had in regular Blood Bowl. I don't know. But they've got the painted examples there. So, I did peel off the plastic wrap, and that's all I've done. You've got your throwing marker, which is nice and curved, so you can stick it against the player bases. You've got your reference and dugout boards, and they're the same on both sides. I was hoping for other languages, but I guess not. You have the actual board. Now the board is double-sided. We have, if I can unfold it and show everybody. So one side you can see has one trapdoor for the ball, whereas the other side has not one, but 2 trapdoors. You also have the statues in the middle to obstruct the rest of the game. Let's see what else is inside. We've got welcome to a world of fantasy games, not to the fantasy zone. So what else they want us to buy? Blood Bowl, 40k. Honestly and truly, I really wish that GW would continue to get these smaller footprint sized gateway games out there and into the open. So you have a sprue of humans. I don't think the original Blood Bowl ones were colored, were they? But it's basically just a single sprue. You have all the important ingredients. It's just a little bit less than the original game. Dice seem to be the same. Obviously the BB in this case would be Blitz. You got the 8-sided, the 6-sided, all the usual stuff there. Plenty of bases included. A whole pile of bags. Now this is weird because honestly there's no counters. I don't know what the bags are for. And then we have the challenge cards. So I don't think these are the same as any of the cards in Blood Bowl. Can I open it? Yeah. I know they're double-sided in that they have a secret challenge available as well. The thing I wanted to talk about were the cards. So wait, what's this? Why, it's a dwarf lineman. Why is there a dwarf lineman? See, nobody told me this. And maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. But with Blitz Bowl, they actually have included the cards for quite a few other teams right out the bat. And it's interesting because not only did they include those, Chaos Team, oops, Skaven team, orc team, human team, elven union team, and the dwarf team. You've got just about everybody that you can possibly need if you wanted to go and buy a box out there already on the market. So curiously enough, you have some special rules still, but you have a lot less stats than in basic Blood Bowl. So I don't know if anybody out there can help if you have a basic dwarf lineman, how that looks in comparison. Obviously, you know, they give you the exact number. Basically, you're looking at still 1 sprue. So if I'm grabbing all the dwarf guys, yeah, you still got your Troll Slayer. And what's even more interesting is besides the fact that you can now just go ahead and pick up a sprue and share it, they're going to actually be carrying colored sprues, much like these, at Barnes & Noble for all 3 of those teams, the Chaos, the Skaven, the Dwarf, I guess, and the Elven for. But they did show off Halflings and Undead being available as well in the near future. Another interesting thing, for those of you who do not know how to play it, and I don't think it's all that complicated, they have these drills that you can play. I don't know if they're needed to play against another opponent, but it's another way to teach you the game rather than sit there and read the rules. Hint, hint, I already read the rules. It doesn't really matter. In case you're worried about these models being the usual complicated gluey mess that some of the GW models can end up with, fear not. These are all snap, push, fit. You basically just plug the heads right into the bodies and you're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and just pop them all off and attach them. I'm not going to sit there and go step by step like I do with a lot of these other more complex models. I'm just going to show you the finished results. There's plenty of other Blood Bowl unboxings, and I mean literally they're the same models. They also have the nice slot for the slaughter base, not like some of the other stuff like the lizard men that I just put together. You might have noticed there. I'll put a link on there if you haven't seen the lizards yet. I'm curious to see how Barnes & Noble are going to sell the Dwarf and Skaven sets along with the halflings, because as far as I know, none of those are push fit, just this set. So unless they're going to recut and redesign them, which I guess is a possibility, I doubt it's going to happen. You know, it's just something further we might be able to see. So give me 1 sec, I'll grab those clippers, and we'll see what the actual teams look like in case you are curious. So you can see in front of us, the orc team is all put together. Details are quite nice despite the colored plastic. Now, I'll tell you this, well, you can see, I had a heck of a time keeping the push-fit stuff on the orcs actually in one piece. They're definitely going to need some glue. They're just not wanting to stay together. I don't know if it's a result of the colored plastic or what, but they just don't want to stay. Oh. You catch my drift. Funny enough, though, the human team... damn it. The human team does not seem to have... And keep it rated G. The human team doesn't have that issue. They're nice and solid. Now, obviously, that yellow plastic is going to be hell to paint on, so they're going to get a couple coats of priming. Even though the team is going to end up in yellow, I've got some of that contrast yellow that is perfect for it. I just need to get a little bit cleaned up. The orcs, as always, seem a little too small for my tastes. I'm more an Iron Jaws kind of guy. He's not even where the hell the rest of the body is. I mean, yeah, they scale-wise, but really, I like my orcs Iron Jaw size. So there are the fabulous human players before they get creamed into oblivion. I don't know if anybody in my family is even going to use them. You got your tokens. Orc tokens. And an assortment of balls, so... and of course, naturally, a squig as well. So, this set me back probably about 40 bucks. Which, in the big picture of things, isn't really that bad for a complete game. I just wanted to grab a lizard player just to get a sense of size. It's got pieces laying around now. Oh my god. Yeah. So, 40 bucks for a complete game. Rules for other teams already included. There is going to be more further support with players and teams coming out in the future at Barnes & Noble. So, all in all, I consider a pretty decent deal, especially if you have a Barnes & Noble membership, or you can get one of their sales to take advantage of that. I managed to get a 15% coupon off, and I had an extra gift card from I don't even know what now. I think from work. But, yeah, you know, at that point, it's really not a bad deal. And the fact that it's already expandable out of the box and more is coming on the way. And if you have access to Blood Bowl players, you know, you have all sorts of other teams readily available as well. So I'm definitely going to be giving this a spin. Hopefully we'll get this team painted, because I know I won't touch it until everything is ready and painted. So fingers crossed we get that done soon. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, and we'd all like to say thanks for watching, and we'll be back, and hopefully you'll be joining us. See y'all later. Bye-bye.